Welcome back, guys, to another Tesla video. We have a lot to cover today, especially we do have to talk about Company X, which is Musk could be thinking about combining all of his other companies into one giant conglomerate, very similar to Google and Alphabet, where Alphabet is traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and underneath it, there's like Google, there's Google Waymo, etc. So we could be seeing Musk doing something like this. It is like a really interesting idea. So we will dive deeper into this scenario. We also will be talking about the Shanghai Gigafactories and also the Model Ys and also setting up the superchargers, since Tesla in China 2021 will be massive, since pretty much half their sales are most likely coming from that one country alone. And EVs in China have been selling like McDonald's hotcakes. Everyone wants a piece of these EVs, and you also get like tax incentives, etc. So most people in China, when they buy a new vehicle at this current moment, they prefer electric like NIO, XPeng, Tesla over fossil fuel cars. And I think a lot of other companies start noticing this. This is why you see General Motors, Ford, Mercedes-Benz transitioning so heavily into electric, because they want to sell their cars in China. Okay, first thing is let's talk about how Musk is considering combining SpaceX, Tesla, the Boring Company, Neuralink under a parent company called X. If you check out this tweet by Dave Lee on Twitter, he's proposing to Elon Musk to form a holding company called X. And X will be like a parent company of like Tesla, SpaceX, Boring Company, Neuralink, etc. And guess what? Musk actually replied back to that, saying that it's not even a bad idea. It's actually a pretty cool thing to talk about. And he honestly has considered bringing all of his companies into one giant conglomerate, just the company X. Now, one really smart thing about this is since all the companies will be technically public, the valuation of Company X will absolutely skyrocket up. And the reason why he's saying Company X is because X.com was kind of like his first major business site, which eventually transitioned into PayPal. And he still has this X.com domain, which is really rare, especially how like the letter X has been used so many times, and having a website called X.com, it doesn't exist anymore. Only Musk has that domain. And it's pretty cool to think about, especially how if you do combine SpaceX with Tesla, and that's public as well, the valuation and also market cap of Musk will go up even higher. If you check out Morgan Stanley and what they're saying, SpaceX is worth a ton of money. And around the summertime of 2020, Morgan Stanley, this giant bank, gave SpaceX a $52 billion valuation. But now Morgan Stanley has doubled it, and they're giving SpaceX a $100 billion valuation. And the valuation will go up even further once SpaceX goes public someday. And the valuation will go up since everyone wants a piece of it. And everyone knows that space is going to be the future. You will have like big banks, hedge funds, and a lot of retail traders buying SpaceX stock and straight up holding it. And you also do have like the Starlink project. They're developing a bunch of different satellites, setting it into orbit, giving internet around the world, etc. So we'll be seeing a lot of things going on in SpaceX and the valuation of Musk. You also have the Boring Company, which is also worth a ton of money as well. And they're already starting massive projects in Las Vegas. And guess what? The Las Vegas government has supported Musk and also given him a lot of resources, and even providing different stuff in different stops like the art district to the Boring Company. So the Boring Company is slowly taking off as well, along with the Neuralink. That company is putting chips in people's brains. It's pretty crazy as well. So imagine all these companies coming together, forming one massive company, Company X, and going public. I think that'll increase Musk's net worth. Everyone will be a lot bigger. Everyone will be a lot happy. And I feel like it'll be more diversification since it will be like a massive conglomerate. It's very similar to Alphabet, which Google did like a massive restructuring. This is why when you type in Google stock on Robinhood, it comes up as Alphabet instead of Google. Because under Alphabet, there's Google, there's the Waymo project, which is a full self-driving project. So it's not like a really new thing. It's a pretty old thing, and a lot of companies do it. Under Alphabet, there's like the Sidewalk Labs, etc. It's pretty big. Now let's talk about Shanghai and also China. Tesla is making a massive point over there. And with the Shanghai Gigafactory going to be up and operational very soon, we should be seeing massive sales and, most importantly, new supercharger stations being set up. If you guys don't know, at this current moment, the supercharger network in China is absolutely lousy. It's not good. I'm just going to be real with you. But Musk and Tesla knows this, and they're actually making a charging station pretty much every single day. They even made a factory in Shanghai, not that far away from the official Shanghai Gigafactory, that specifically only makes the V3 superchargers, which is the best one. Just having a dedicated V3 supercharger factory is a very new concept, and that's not even domestically available here in the US. That type of factory only exists in China. And they will be making roughly 10,000 V3 superchargers every single year, and they will be deploying them in China only. Because in 2021, Musk wants to be selling roughly 1 million vehicles. 500,000 of these vehicles will be made and delivered in China. In fact, the Shanghai Gigafactory is such an important aspect. They also will be shipping 100,000 vehicles from China to Europe, since the Berlin Gigafactory would not be operational until Q2 or Q3 of 2021. They're also going through a ton of delays. You got them trying to chop down trees, and then they have to halt for a while. They got to look at the wildlife, so it's a really slow process. The Berlin Gigafactory was supposed to be scheduled for around Q2 2021. I have a feeling it will be delayed to possibly Q3. So having the Chinese Gigafactory there, cranking out the Model 3s and Model Ys and shipping them to Berlin is a massive example that this is the most important Gigafactory. And since there's a huge appetite in China for Teslas and also electric vehicles, you have XPeng, you have NIO making superchargers, these Chinese companies. Musk knows this, and if they don't actually start making these V3 superchargers available to more cities and more roads, less people buy their cars. At this current moment, if you check out Ray for Tesla on Twitter, he's praising to Tesla that they are building all 11 supercharging stations along the Silk Road, and Tesla China has just completed its 600th supercharger, which is a pretty big milestone, and they'll be making it even more. Now, if you guys are curious about this, the Silk Road was a network of trading routes connecting like the east to the west. It has a lot of trading history, and everyone knows about this in Asia. So with Tesla, installing these superchargers along the Silk Road sounds pretty cool, especially how it does give a modern spin on like ancient history and stuff like that. I think it's pretty neat, just a little thing to put out there. I don't really know if Tesla would install a whole set of superchargers on the entire length of the Silk Road. It would be a cool concept, but it will be really pricey. I don't really think Tesla would do this, but just something to, keep in mind that maybe one day Tesla might go crazy and just do this for fun, because you never know with Tesla and Musk. When Musk wants to do something, it's usually, pretty profitable. It's sometimes pretty funny. And yeah, I think Tesla is one of the few companies out there that are super unique. They really do listen to what the customers say. The CEO, Musk, even, talks to different people on Twitter. If you have questions and you tweet it out on his Twitter page, he might even respond to you, which is pretty awesome. So thanks for watching, guys, and comment below. A lot more news coming in, and happy holidays.